I grew up in a very small town in southern Wisconsin called Magnolia. It's 30 miles south of Madison. And back in 1958, I believe it was, or maybe 59, Roger Parolini, the choir director, brought his college choir to our little Magnolia Advent Christian Church. And I said to my father then, I'm going to sing in that choir someday. And when it came right down to actually recruiting, quote unquote, me, Chuck Anderson came up to my father's farm and said he wanted to talk to my dad. And Daddy said, well, in order to talk to me, you're going to have to ride around the field on my tractor because I don't have time to quit. And so that fall I came down here.
And I'd actually started my college education at the University of Illinois in engineering. And my third semester I was on academic pro. And so I was trying to decide what to do. And my pastor, Don Mays, who graduated from AC, said, Don, give Aurora College a try. Well, once I came to Aurora, my grades improved. I got much more involved academically and socially and things that were happening here, and it was a wonderful fit. And it was actually a life-changing experience, and I'm so glad that I ended up here at Aurora. One person I'd like to kind of point out is I was a physics major. That was the closest degree they had to engineering, so I took physics. Homer Easley was my professor, and he wasn't much older than I. He had just graduated from grad school and was teaching. But Homer was instrumental in bringing another professor, physics professor, Dr. Leo Sarin, to Aurora College. Dr. Sarin, he could take the most complicated concept and simplify it and make it understandable. And I really appreciated that about him. But the other thing that he was so modest about is that in 1941, Dr. Sarin, as a graduate student, was pushing around blocks of graphite in Stagg Field, working on his master's in physics under Enrico Fermi, and it was part of the very first sustained nuclear reaction that took place. Now, I mean, that was the quality of the faculty that we had here at Little Aurora College. And Dr. Sarin actually became, when he was teaching here at Aurora, became actually very much a peace activist, very much against the use of atomic weapons, and he was a very positive influence. But there were so many others. Dr. Tapper, who taught the humanities. There was just the faculty. We were just so blessed, and they were so gifted.
For a long time, it was our world because we made friendships here. We also made friendships at the Advent Christian Church that to this day, people back in Colorado are just so impressed by the longevity of our friendships with college friends. And it was our network. I mean, it's so wonderful to come back with all the improvements we're seeing and all of the very beautiful buildings and grounds, and everything that's happening to us is really exciting.
And I would just add to that, I would hope that the students might have the same kind of experience that we have had. And it has been so encouraging for us under Dr. Sherrick to see that, we actually, Carole and I talked last October at homecoming with a number of students and parents, and we're asking them about their experience, and they were so positive. And it's just encouraging to see that that's still happening, because it was such a positive aspect of our lives, and I hope that can continue in the students' lives today.